All right, excellent. So I guess we'll go ahead and get started then. First, wanted again to thank everyone for joining on the webinar today. Wanted to introduce myself. My name is Anthony.Sturniolo. I am the Market Development Specialist here at Ingram Micro, exclusively that works for the Veeam and Cloud Service Provider program. So I'll be your main point of contact here to assist with any sort of Veeam licensing inquiries and be your business development resource to propel your Veeam cloud business forward here. So please feel free to leverage me for anything Veeam, and I can certainly find the right resources here at Ingram, even if it does not strictly fit into the VCSP program. Now, before we get started, just wanted to break down everything that we'll cover on the webinar today. In the first section, we will provide an introduction and overview of the VCSP program and the business and objectives for our service providers. Then I'm going to on the VCSP graduate program and provide some updates on a few new promotions and products that we have rolled out here starting in Q1 and on into Q2. And in the last section, we'll review all of our Ingram Micro value-added resources specifically for the Veeam business and your internal Veeam resource team here at Ingram Micro to accelerate you as a revenue-ready service provider. So let's get started. Now, the VCSP program, or the Veeam and Cloud Service Provider program, is a flexible Veeam offering that is exclusive for our hosting, managed, and cloud service providers that need to leverage Veeam's products on a more monthly basis. So the program is structured on an OpEx-style licensing model that enables you as our service provider community to collect your monthly recurring revenues and adjust your licensing requirements month over month. Now, to enter the program, there are very low barriers to entry as we offer no-commit contracts where partners can enroll and only pay for their reported monthly consumption. So this program is a nice opportunity that even if you're only utilizing a few VMs, the program is still applicable and profitable for you as a provider. Now, as you grow in the program, you are eligible for 1-year rental agreements where you would have a monthly minimum spend and could take advantage of the volume discounted pricing offered here through Ingram. The Availability Council being released here at the end of 2017 is going to make it easier than ever for you to manage multiple customer sites and your customer additions of the software. Now, in terms of licensing, just to briefly discuss how licensing is structured for the VCSP program, most of you are probably familiar with our standard licensing for the perpetual Veeam product. On the service provider side of the house, you can see the differences outlined here. So you can either rent monthly on a per virtual machine basis, or you can buy in packs of 10 VMs on the perpetual side. So two key areas that the rental contracts come with are the 24/7 support and the flexibility to price and package your service offerings how you choose. So we know that your services is where you're going to add most of your value to provide a repository for your customers. So this would be essentially a great revenue stream here in the VCSP program. You can package your service solutions appropriately as there are no guidelines from Veeam that you have to meet. So feel free to package and price to your customer base however you deem appropriate. The VCSP program here is under the Pro Partner umbrella and embeds the same guiding principles as our perpetual licensing program. Now, we strive here on giving our providers an easy experience of both acquiring their licensing needs and locating their appropriate team resources here at Ingram. So our pride really here through distribution is being able to engage with you guys on webinars such as this and have your business objectives that we can help develop and grow with you here. So we know there's, constantly evolving business needs, and here we want to help you to tackle those challenges that you have here, and one of the things we really pride ourselves on. Now, the VCSP program has 4 different tiers that range from our registered to our platinum partners. Now, each tier allow you as a service provider certain resources and tools for business development and growth in that given tier. Now, some of the value in moving benefit is that for our silver tiered partners, you have the accessibility to NFR keys and free lookup in the service provider lookup on the Veeam portal. So this is a great way to help enhance your exposure to the reseller community to offer your Veeam-powered services in their environment. Now, our gold and silver partners are also eligible for marketing funds, and we're always more than happy to engage with you and see where we can assist those rewards. So we'll kind of roll through how the VCSP graduate program works and where we can, help to accelerate that growth for you. Here are the program requirements for partners leveling up in the VCSP graduate program. Now, Silver partners would need a VMTSP certification. That's the Veeam Technical Sales Professional certification to help move to that next tier. Now, partnering up to our gold level also requires additional virtual machines, certifications, and a sales and marketing activity per quarter. So once again, that's where our resources here in-house will help you on those educational trainings and offerings. Now, they can be registered for the same way that you registered for this webinar, right on the Ingram Micro webinar landing page. We have the link not there at the bottom of the page, but we do have it at the end of the presentation. I'd be more than happy to share that with you to register for the additional educational events. Now, one of the new exciting features for service providers to tap into is the ability to leverage Veeam Cloud Connect. Cloud Connect is a way to offer both backup as a service through the Veeam Cloud Connect backup license, or disaster recovery as a service through the Veeam Cloud Connect replication license as part of your service provider offering. Cloud Connect allows you as a service provider to establish that cloud gateway via an SSL connection with your end users for you to receive their backups or become their primary location for a full site failover. Now, in terms of how Cloud Connect is licensed, it's an additional service provider SKU that's added on. However, it's built into all editions of Veeam. Now, the nice thing is that it's going to have no operational impact on your end users. It would just be an enhanced function for you as a service provider to help with your customer's primary cloud repository. Now, maybe you're saying that you're a reseller and this doesn't really apply to you. You don't have much data space available in your data center. So we have a network of providers here at all across the country that can assist our resellers in hosting these services as white labeled offerings for you to package their data center resources. Now, I'd be happy to provide you with a list of those few trusted providers and some additional information on some Ingram microservice providers that we work with if you're interested. Now, being in the service provider, definitely understand the importance of simplifying the processes for our providers. Now, one major component that's going to assist our service providers in the market will be the new release here of the Veeam Availability Council to remotely provision, manage, and monitor your virtual and physical Veeam cloud-based environments. Now, the Availability Council has released and will help you manage multiple physical and virtual platforms to fully encompass your hybrid solution. So this is now available to any Veeam and Cloud Service Provider free through the Veeam License Management Portal. You can go and pull your license key for this product. Now, in this section, we're going to review our exclusive Ingram Micro VCSP graduate program. Here is our VCSP graduate program roadmap to success. This includes both educational and informative sessions that will enable you as the provider to give to your customers. Now, you can see all the requirements here on the slide that you're currently participating in the Veeam VCSP 101 as your step in this roadmap to success. Your certifications can be done by registering for any of those pre-scheduled VMSP, which is the Sales Professional, or the VMTSP, which is the Technical Professional, on the Ingram Micro webinar landing page, which we have the link up there in the top of the slide. Our demos and lab configuration are all pre-scheduled as well with our technical account manager, but we can certainly accommodate any sort of demos for you and your team to hop on with any end user opportunities that you're looking to close. Now, once you're comfortable with the solution offering, you enroll in the Veeam VCSP program if you already haven't done so at no additional cost, where you only pay for your reported consumption. So this can be done, at any point through the graduate program journey. So you don't need to complete all those other steps to report your VCSP. That's just the trajectory in which we have displayed here. So then comes the graduation by, applying that first VCSP usage, but again, can be, achieved at any point here through the progression. Now, as I mentioned, there are some great benefits for you once you complete the VCSP graduate series. All these benefits are available for our silver partners and above. Now, some of the benefits that you'll get will be market development funds to be used towards any end user lead gen or demand generation activity. Also, by completing the program, you would be eligible for 50% off of VMCE or a Veeam Certified Engineer exam through our professional services team here at Ingram, and an additional 30% off of any additional VMC courses. So since the VMCE course is now sort of the wave that providers are moving as they tier up, it's a huge opportunity for you to have that 50% off and that additional 30% off for any additional courses. Also, you have a dedicated territory rep for your business who can assist with any of these educational trainings and initiatives. So if you need any sort of assistance in registering for these courses, we have these resources for the Ingram team here that will be displayed on the next slide. So we have here the Northeast is covered by Cameron Remington. The central part of the country is covered by Julie Lathrop, and our West Coast partners are covered by Daryl Mott. So if you need to obtain their contact information or want me to help fill any of those introductions, then please let me know and I'd be happy to do so. In the last section of today's webinar, we're going to review Ingram Micro dedicated Veeam resources. So Ingram Micro's VCSP program, we're fully knowledgeable in your VCSP managed service provider needs. So any type of hosting, service provider, cloud provider inquiries can be handled here. We have our market development team that will assist in creating an effective Veeam strategy and will help you meet your pro partner graduate requirements. We also have our inside channel development team, our team of 3 here that you saw earlier, which will help in any educational trainings and program offerings that we have. Our licensing team here can assist in operating any quotes or potential opportunities for Veeam licensing. Don McCardle is our technical account manager, so if any technical inquiries or questions, we can certainly field those over to our technical account manager that can help with pre-sales technical support for the solution. We also have our newly acquired Veeam renewals team, so our team here of more than 20 dedicated resources, so we're all here to help essentially become champions for your business. Now, as mentioned, Don McCardle here is our technical account manager in our Solution Center who offers the Veeam demo and configuration lab and end user appointment setting to close any perpetual deals and demonstrate the technical setup for you on the Veeam Cloud Connect solution. So Don can walk through in any sort of like WebEx session straight from our Solution Center on the product and also provide consultation and setup assistance for both disaster recovery opportunities as well as backup opportunities through the Veeam Cloud Connect backup. Now, another feature I wanted to just outline here is the Veeam installation services that will ensure that your customers' Veeam backup and replication is installed and configured properly according to best practice. So again, this will be where Don can help introduce your customers to Veeam backup and replication and help with any sort of rollout process specific to their virtual infrastructure. Now, Don can ensure that your customer is comfortable managing their new repository and engage if any opportunity arises. Now, some of the other service provider programs that we offer here are available on that slide. So just wanted to make sure we have other managed service provider offerings here similar to the VCSP program on more of an OpEx style licensing model. So if you have some of those other programs not in-house here at Ingram, we certainly offer those here as well, and I'd be happy to engage with those teams as to any interest in those available programs. Now to roll through some of the current promotions that we have here. So another exciting release we've had here in the last few months has been the Veeam agents for Microsoft and Linux that will support both your physical servers and your workstations for your customers. So we now have through 2018 these licenses available through our perpetual program as well as our VCSP program on a per user, workstation, or server basis. Also here, released in 2018 has Microsoft Office 365, so those can be acquired right from the Veeam landing page. So if you need any sort of assistance in the pricing for these products, I'd be happy to forward you any of those data sheets that we have and pricing matrices for any prospective customers that you have that you think this would be a good fit for. So again, great additional revenue streams for your physical end users, as well as your virtual end users to collect on the monthly business via this program. So as mentioned briefly on the last slide, so the Veeam Office 365 will help eliminate the risk of losing access to Office 365 email data and ensure availability for all your end users. So this tool will help facilitate the migration of email data between Office 365 and on Exchange. So coming soon, we'll have the SharePoint and OneDrive available in version 2.0. So that's just around the horizon here, and I assume that right after now should be getting more updates as to when those products will become available. Formerly, the Veeam Managed Backup Portal is now the new Veeam Availability Council, which is a cloud-enabled platform built specifically for VCSP partners and resellers looking to launch their managed service provider practice. So through the Veeam Availability Council, you as a provider are able to remotely provision and manage your physical and virtual Veeam environments without any sort of special connectivity requirements. So the Availability Council will help you that one sort of centralized management tool for your Veeam agents, as well as sort of manage your multi-tenant Cloud Connect resources. So it's a great tool for service providers to make Veeam business more manageable and profitable in the long run. So this officially concludes the VCSP 1 webinar that we have today. I just want to thank everyone again for their time for attending. We also offer a VCSP usage reporting webinar, and I have a link for that in my email signature as well. So, I'm not sure who would be handling the reporting duties in-house for you, but can certainly send out that link for further information on reporting. Other than that, I want to thank you all very much for your time today, and I'll go ahead and unmute everybody in just a few seconds here if we have any other questions. If not, I just want to thank everyone else for attending and enjoy the rest of your day.